Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the press box as we are here at Aces Field on a pretty nice Tuesday afternoon, the last day of August, second day of the Hicksville school year, and our first time out here for junior high football action on Hicksville Community Television. Hi, everybody. I'm Bill Murphy with HIX-TV. Thank you for joining us. We're streaming this one live on the Hicksville Community Television Facebook page. Brian Williams is here with me. He'll be operating the iPad Pro camera. And we're going to go a little on the bare bones side here where we didn't bring up all of the big, huge, the big sound equipment and the headset microphones and everything else. This is going to be a lower key game. It's junior high. But we're still going to try to follow the action for you as best we can. And to begin that, I do want to let you know that we tried, but we were unable to secure a roster for the Ayersville Pilots. I suppose I should actually say that this afternoon, the Aces are hosting the Ayersville Pilots in junior high football. We were not able to get a roster with names and numbers from Ayersville, so we're only going to be able to identify the Pilots players by their numbers. And I might be relying on Brian to help me with my fading eyesight, too, to pick out numbers on the Ayersville side. For the Aces, we do have a roster, so we'll be able to pass those along to you. And I thought we'd begin by just running down the Aces roster because it is a sort of a short one this year. So the Aces junior high players that we're going to be seeing out on the gridiron today are number 3, Brody Walter. Number 8 is Carson Kreitz. Number 9 is Desmond Ramos. Number 10, Cross Zedike. Number 11 is Jesus Avalos. Jesus prefers to be called JJ, though, so we'll just call him JJ Avalos. Number 12 is Colin Level. Number 14, Garrett Turnbull. I believe he's the quarterback. If not, he should be because he was throwing some great passes a little while ago. Number 21, Devin Allen. Number 24 is Noah Campbell. Number 25 is Hudson Wright. Number 51 is Gideon Yoder. Number 52, Caleb Barron. Number 54 is David Barnes. Wyatt Bell is number 60. Deacon Bell, number 61. Adlin Radford is number 67. Jaden Castillo is number 68. And Tayton Keeley wears number 74. So we'll be referring to those players throughout the afternoon. I want to say a big thank you to the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio, and online at jimschmidtauto.com, underwriting our Aces junior high football coverage this afternoon. Teams are breaking their huddles and heading out onto the field, and we're going to get started shortly. Again, this is junior high, so they're not the kickoffs, not quite the level of football that we are used to seeing on Friday nights for the varsity kids. We'll have shorter quarters as well. Eight minutes a quarter on the junior high level rather than the 12 minutes we're used to for varsity high school sports. So we'll get ready to get things underway. And again, we'll thank you for joining us. We're looking forward to some fun, seeing some of the younger kids play some football on a Tuesday afternoon. We got the junior high sports action actually started yesterday with a couple of junior high girls volleyball matches. Aces winning both the 7th and the 8th grade matches. They played against North Central yesterday. And we'll see how the junior high Aces football squad does against Ayersville. So ready to get started here very shortly. So the whistle blows. Aces break their huddle and out they come. Looks like Aces will be on offense to get things started. And they'll have the ball 1st and 10 on their own 35-yard line. They washed out the numbers too. Anything they can do to make these games a little tougher for old Bill, I don't know. Well, we know the H is right on the 50, so here we go. Quick snap, handoff. Working up the middle, not much there. Looks like about a 2-yard loss. Turnbull with the handoff. I think that was to cross Zedike, number 10, the ball carrier. Zedike, the deep back, behind Turnbull. Turnbull working out of the shotgun. Gets the snap. Again, a handoff to Zedike. Zedike finds a little bit of a seam, and he manages to get past the original line of scrimmage to pick up about a yard, a total of maybe 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up 3rd down and about 9 for the Aces. There's many people here in the stands too, so hear that crosstalk down on the field. Here come the Aces, the 3rd and long, 6:38, and the clock rolling. Turnbull looking things over. Turnbull with the snap, dropping back to throw, puts the ball in the air, it's caught. That's number 11 making the grab, that's J.J. Avalos. J.J. is going to get out across the 40-yard line to about the 42, but he's still going to be short of moving the chains. It'll be 4th down and about 3 for the Aces. Need to get to the 45-yard line, and right now the ball's sitting right at about the 42. Turnbull with the snap, dropping back to throw, ball in the air, it's caught. That'll be good for a 1st down. Avalos hangs onto it, breaks free from the tackle. Avalos on the far sideline, getting down to about the 45-yard line of the Ayersville Pilots. That'll move the chains. It'll be 1st and 10 Aces. They're going to say his knee actually went down at the 46. Clock continues to roll for Hicksville. Man in motion from Turnbull. Hands it off to him. That's the number 9, Desmond Ramos. Ramos turns the corner. Was that number 3? Let's see when they unstack the pile here. That was number 3. I apologize. That was Brody Walter. Brody Walter with the carry, and he'll get about 4. 2nd and 6 for the Aces now. Said the eyes. First thing to go.
No comment.
Second and 6 for the Aces. Turnbull turnaround handoff. That's to Zedike. Zedike, nice run. Zedike with a stiff arm. Zedike down to near the 30-yard line. The nice carry for Cross Zedike. That'll move the chains and get the Aces a fresh set of downs. First and 10 for the Aces. Turnbull again gives it to Zedike. Zedike again gets around the corner. Zedike getting inside the 25-yard line before he's popped. 2nd and 3 now for Hicksville. 3:35 to go. Clock is running in this fast-moving first quarter. The Aces driving about 28 yards away from putting it in the end zone. Here comes our first train of the afternoon. Garrett Turnbull lines him up, gets the snap. Turnbull drops back. Turnbull looks downfield, throws it, and it's picked off on the ricochet. It's a turnover. Number 50 for Ayersville grabs the ball as it bounced off of Avalos, and he'll return it out to about the 30-yard line, the original line of scrimmage for the Aces. A nice pass. J.J. Avalos, who was right in his breadbasket, bounced off his pads. He was juggling it, and again, we have no players' names, no roster for Ayersville. Ayersville's number 50 snatched it in midair and took off downfield. So the Pilots dodge a bullet there, and they go on offense for the first time this afternoon. It's a turnover, an intercepted pass, or I don't know if they'll rule that a fumble, whatever the case may be. I'd say an intercepted pass, but so 2:57 to go. Pilots on the field on offense for the first time. Quick handoff and whistles everywhere. False start, that'll back them up 5. It'll be 1st and 15 now for Ayersville from the 25-yard line. Their own 25-yard line. Pilots huddle up. Here we go. Man in motion. Ball carried by number 12 for the Pilots. He'll get about 9, and that'll make it 2nd at about 6. For the Pilots. Number 1 is the quarterback for Ayersville. Quick inside handoff and muscling it forward out to about the 35-yard line. Maybe a little pass. We'll see where they mark it. Looks like they're going to give him forward progress out to about the 36. Clock rolling. 2 minutes to go here in our opening quarter. Still no score. You're watching junior high football action. It's Hicksville hosting Ayersville from out here at Aces Field on the Hicksville Community Television Facebook page live stream. Pilots, quarterback number 1 under center, gets the snap, drops back, quick handoff though, and dropped for little to no gain. Ball was carried by Ayersville's number 12, and that'll bring up 4th down for the Pilots, deep in their end of the field. So 4th and about 5 for Ayersville. I think it's a long 4, actually. They need to get to the 40-yard line to move the chains. They're at the 36, so we'll call it 4th and 4. They're going to go for it. Quick handoff, number 44. He's wrapped up and brought down by a multitude of red jerseys. So they'll turn it over on downs, and one of the Aces slow to get up. I think that is Devin Allen, number 21, on the turf. I think he was one of the guys in there on that tackle. He might have got twisted around because, like I said, there was kind of a pretty good pile up there. He's coming off under his own power. That's good. A nice round of applause from the crowd. Had a pretty good contingent that made the trip over from Ayersville over on the visiting side, too. So I want to welcome them to Hicksville. And if any of you Pilots junior high football fans are watching our live stream right now, I'd like to welcome you to our Facebook page as well. Be sure to like us, follow us, all that good stuff. We appreciate it. Clock stopped with the official timeout with 51 seconds to go here in quarter number 1. And when we resume play, the Aces will have the football 1st and 10 at their at the Pilots 35-yard line. Turnbull gets the snap. Looking to hold on to it himself. Turnbull turns the corner. Turnbull stays on his feet. Turnbull gets across the 30 and gets knocked out of bounds at about, it looks like about the 29-yard line. We'll see where they mark him. And that's closer to about the 28-yard line. Nice run for Turnbull. He's a good-looking football player. I don't imagine we've heard the last of him with Aces Sports broadcasts. Aces with a 2nd and about 3. Closing in on the red zone. High snap. That one goes right to Avalos. Avalos throws it, and it is just off target. Brody Walter, the intended receiver, not able to make the grab. They change things up, snap the ball right to J.J. Avalos. And his throw was just a little off target. Had good distance, and we've got a flag on the field, it looks like. And that's going to be a false start. Okay. So that play never even happened. It was a false start. So 5 yards backwards for the Aces. So now they're looking at a 2nd and about 8, as that has moved them back to about the 34-yard line. Turnbull hands off to Zedike. Zedike, little shake and bake move. Zedike finds a seam, finds another seam. Zedike bounces loose on the far side. Zedike tripped up as he was heading for the goal line. They just got him by his ankles. And that looks like it's all the way down near the 5-yard line, where it'll be 1st and goal for Hicksville. Put the ball right on the 5-yard line. What a great run from Cross Zedike. He shook off about 4 defenders at various times, and they just barely got him at the 5-yard line. 1st and goal Aces with 15 seconds to go, clock rolling. We'll see if they can get a playoff here before the first quarter ends. Here's the snap. Quick handoff. The ball's loose on the turf, and the Pilots fall on it. It'll be a fumble and a turnover, and the Aces get it snatched away from them. Knocking on the door, they drop the football, and it's a fumble recovery for the Pilots on the Ayersville 10-yard line. That'll be the end of the first quarter. We'll switch ends of the field, and when we resume play for quarter number 2, it'll be 1st and 10 Pilots on their own 10-yard line. Oh, man, that hurts. Well, we do want to take some time here between quarters to say a big thank you to our football broadcast underwriters, the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio, Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, and online at jimschmidtauto.com. Once again this year, underwriting all of our Aces football coverage at all levels. That's the reason why we're able to be out here bringing you this junior high football action. Jim Schmidt has been with us now for 11 years, and Jim just says, do as much as you can, get the kids all the coverage you can, and that's what we try to do. We want to thank them so very much. We hope that you will voice your appreciation to them too next time you stop by either of the dealerships, or if you see Jim or his lovely wife or any of their employees. Let them know how much you appreciate watching Aces football action here on HIX-TV, because they're the ones that make it possible. The Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio, Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, and online at jimschmidtauto.com. Well, the officials have switched into the field, and the Pilots are about ready to take over after a heartbreaking fumble by the Aces. So the Pilots are going to have 90 yards to go to hit pay dirt. Aces will break huddle and get ready to set their defense. Junior high cheerleaders are here too, working up the crowd, doing a good job. So here we go. Again, we have no roster for Ayersville. That happens quite frequently at the junior high level. So we apologize only being able to identify Pilots players by their numbers. And the ball is loose again, and it's bouncing all around in there, and I think the Aces just got it back. They did. It was kind of a... Oh, we just got an Ayersville roster. Okay. There we go. That's service. I thank the gentleman from Ayersville. Appreciate that. 7:38 to go, and on the Pilots fumble, Aces get the ball back. So now it's 1st and 10 Hicksville on the, now it's still on the 10-yard line, so. Turnbull, long count, gets the snap. Turnbull hands it off to Zedike. Zedike lost his footing a little bit, got a little help from number 50. That's Eli Davila of Ayersville. And that one drops it back about 5, so it'll be 2nd and goal, I believe, from the 15-yard line, and we've got a timeout on the field, so they can talk things over. Well, I've got some time. Let me run down the roster for Ayersville. These are not in numerical order, but I'll still give you the names and the numbers. Number 50, as we just mentioned, is Eli Davila. Number 88 for the Pilots, Gavin Palladino. Number 77 is Carson Lee. Number 63, Brady Thomas. Number 42 is Braylon Young. Number 86, Branson Weller. Number 54 is Levi McConnell. Number 64, Andrew Espach. Number 20, Ryan Johnson. Number 68, Hayden Boer. And we'll fill in the rest of them as we can, but play about ready to resume. Here we go, Aces. 2nd and goal from the 15. Turnbull with the snap, dropping back to throw, puts it in the air. Caught and dropped. J.J. Avalos had it in his hands, couldn't hold on. So that'll be incomplete pass, and it'll be 3rd and 15, or 3rd and goal from the 15 for the Aces. So get set. Quarterback for the Pilots, by the way, number 1, that's Owen Lloyd. Number 44 is Eli Berner, and number 12 is Caleb Stetcher. Back to the action here. Garrett Turnbull. Hangs on to it himself. Turnbull reverses field. Turnbull heading for the goal line. Turnbull gets down to about the 5 or 6 yard line. Looks like they're going to mark him down close to the 6. Or it'll be 4th and goal for the Aces. And I think the Aces in 4 down territory here. So actually it looks closer to about the 7 yard line. So 4th down, 7 yards to go to get it into the end zone for Hicksville. They've got Avalos back to take the snap. He hangs on to it himself, powers straight ahead, nothing doing. He'll get to about the 5 yard line. That'll be all she wrote. So the Aces will turn it over on downs to the Pilots at the Pilots' 5 yard line with 6:36 to go in the first half. And while they're resetting, let's see if we can get through the remainder of the roster here. And I'll try to maybe go over these again at halftime if I get a chance. Let's see. Also on the roster for the Pilots, number 70 is Justin Eyrig. Number 28 is Jeremiah Peak. Number 73 is Ben Menleman. Number 85, Dylan Phipps. Number 7 is Brady Zartman. Number 84, Tucker Sproul. Number 55 is Colin Kimmel. Number 24, Garrett McConnell. Number 30, Levi Carrier. Number 9 is Dylan Brown. Number 76 is Andrew Engelhardt. And number 83 is Reggie Tracy. So Owen Lloyd, their quarterback. Lloyd up under center. Lloyd handing it off. That's number 44 with the carry. Eli Berner. And a strong run for Berner. As he'll take it out past the 20 yard line to about the 22. Still no score in this junior high game. The Aces have threatened a couple of times, but have not been able to punch it in. Lloyd puts 2 out wide on the far side, 1 on the near side, puts that man in motion. Hands it off to the motion man. And that, I believe, was Peak, number 28, Jeremiah Peak. Flag on the play on the far side of the field. It looks like it's going to be on the Pilots. They're consulting with the Hicksville sideline. And it's going to be a false start, and it'll be declined. Or maybe that's an, okay. Yeah. Or a procedure call, but yeah, it'll back them up 5. There we go. So I was kind of surprised he was making a motion like it was declined, but I didn't think you could decline false start. I don't know. So they'll move them back 5. And then they'll move them ahead. How's that song go about stepping into the twilight zone and not knowing what's going on? Here we go. It's 2nd down and about 11. for the Pilots. Quick handoff, straight up the pipe to about the 25-yard line. And I think that was Peak again, number 28 with the carry. With the tackle, number 68, that'd be Jaden Castillo. All right, here come the Pilots once again. Lloyd split backs on either side of him. Lloyd drops back, he wants to throw, he's being pursued, he gets it away, and he throws it out to no man's land. Incomplete pass. They're wondering why it wasn't intentional grounding. There's nobody there, but
that's intentional.
So that'll bring up 4th down and about 7 for the Pilots. They're going to go for it, so the Aces looking to put a stop on this and get the ball back in good field position. Or maybe they are going to punt. Looks like they're going to attempt to punt. Long snap, down. Kick is up and caught and taken down right away by Lloyd. The ball was caught by Walter, number 3, Brody, and Owen Lloyd dropped him right away. Ball was kicked, by the way, by Peak, number 28. So after the punt, the Aces take back over on offense, 1st and 10 on their own 45-yard line. .357 to go here in the first half. Junior high football action coming to you on HIX-TV. Glad to have you with us. It's the Aces hosting the Pilots this afternoon. No score. Aces with the ball, 1st and 10 on their own 45. Toss back to Zedike. Zedike tucks the ball in, gets across midfield. Zedike down to about the 48-yard line of the Pilots. Cross Zedike. Hasn't been having a bad game this afternoon. We've been calling his name and number a few times. Takes the ball into Pilot territory. Garrett Turnbull comes in off the sideline with the play. Aces break huddle. Turnbull gets a snap. Turnbull drops back, gets the ball away. Caught by Avalos. JJ dives forward and gets him to the 1st down. They needed to get to the 45-yard line of the Pilots. JJ Avalos makes the grab and goes down at the 44. So they needed about 6. He got them 7. It'll be a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 for the Aces at the Pilots' 44-yard line. So the Aces, 2:26 to work with here before halftime. Fresh set of downs. They've got 44 yards to traverse to put some points on the board. Turnbull. Handoff to Walter. Walter turns the corner. Walter gets wrapped up around his midsection. He'll get about 2, and they'll bring him down. Clock continues to roll, minute 45 to go. Quick shifts in personnel for the Aces. They break huddle, and here we go. Less than 90 seconds before halftime. Aces still about 42 yards away from putting points on the board. Turnbull, snap, handoff, Zedike straight up the middle. Zedike drives ahead, and a flag thrown at the end of the play. Looked like it was number 7, Brady Zartman, in there for the Pilots with the stop.
Face mask against the Pilots.
And they're indicating a face mask against the Pilots. Incidental face mask, only a 5-yarder. That'll advance the ball to the 36-yard line, where it'll be second and about 1 for the Aces. Minute 10, it stops the clock. Aces shifting their personnel around and taking a few more seconds off the clock. And nothing doing there. Handoff to Avalos. He'll be dropped in the backfield. And quick timeout from the Aces. So the Aces will call their first timeout of the half with 36 seconds left after Avalos was dropped for a loss by the Pilots. And if they want to try to put some points on the board here before the intermission, they're getting short on time. So the Aces talking things over. See what they come up with. It'll be third and about 5 yards to go. Maybe 3rd and 6. I'm guessing about 3rd and 6. Talking things over. We're going to keep the live stream going over the half. I think they have a short halftime, about 10 minutes. So we may not be talking the entire 10 minutes, but we'll just keep the live stream going rather than shutting everything down and then coming back and confusing everyone. We'll just keep it going here. We'll keep it here for the halftime. Those obviously it's junior high, so kids head to the locker room. Fans head to the concession stand. No halftime show. Pilots break huddle first. They come out onto the field, and here come the Aces. They're looking at a third and about 6 yards to go. Ball is on the 40-yard line. And 36 seconds left in the first half. No score in this junior high football game. Garrett Turnbull gets the snap. Turnbull's in a world of trouble. Turnbull drops the ball, and they're going to say he's down before the ball came loose. And Turnbull looks like he popped his knee. He's up there. Okay, he was rubbing his knee a little bit, but I think he just landed on it. He's walking it off. Clock should keep going. There we go. That puts the ball all the way back into Aces territory at their own 48-yard line, where it'll be 4th down. So it's about 4th and 17. And they call a timeout with 5 seconds left. Okay. So we've got a timeout on the field with 5 seconds left in the first half of our junior high football game. When we get back into action, the Aces will have the ball 4th and 17, I believe, at their own 48-yard line. So now I can try the Hail Mary or something with hook and ladder. Who knows?
Trick play.
Old hidden football. I don't know. I don't think they're allowed to do that one anymore.
What?
The hidden football play. I don't
Yeah,
think that's been legal for a while.
Should be legal.
Okay, here come the Aces and the Pilots. 5 seconds left before halftime. We'll see what they are going to do here. They're going to have enough time. They can get one more play off here. Turnbull placing his personnel. Okay. And that's a false start on the Aces. So now it'll be 4th and about 22, 23. That moves them back to their own 43-yard line now. So 4th and 1/4 mile, 4th and 22 or 23 for the Aces. Turnbull. Ball snap, Turnbull dropping back, rolling out. Turnbull gets hit in the arm as he tries to throw the ball. Incomplete, and time expires, and that's the end of the first half. So we've played the first 16 minutes of football here at Aces Stadium in this junior high football game, and at halftime, it's the homestanding Hicksville Aces 0 and the visiting Ayersville Pilots 0. Glad to have you with us as we're ready to get the second half action underway in this junior high football game. So our halftime silliness is done, and we'll get down to business here and bring you the second half on Hicksville Community Television. Owen Lloyd working out of the shotgun, and now he goes up under center. Lloyd pitches back. That's to number 12. Flag is thrown. Caleb Stetcher with the carry. And we'll see. It'll be a hold against the Pilots, so that one will come back. The flag for the hold is at about the 41-yard line. So if they use that to mark the spot of the foul, it'll be 10 yards back from that part, which will take it back to about the 31-yard line, which will be first down now and about 14. 7:52 to go, so the Pilots go in the wrong direction on their first play of the second half. Ayersville breaks huddle. Lloyd hangs on to the ball himself. He gets back the lost yardage from the hold and a few extra to make it second down and probably about 8, maybe 2nd and 7. So Lloyd picking up about 7 yards on the quarterback keeper for the Pilots. Owen Lloyd up under center. Quick handoff. Still on his feet. That's Caleb Stetcher. Stetcher. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Pilots. Caleb Stetcher gets the handoff and goes to town. That's about a 60-yard run into the end zone. And that puts the Pilots on the scoreboard as they draw first blood here in this junior high game. 6-0 with 6:46 to go in our third quarter. So we'll see what Ayersville does for the conversion attempt. So they're going to go for two. Lloyd pitches it back to Stetcher, and then Stetcher's going to get corralled and brought down about the 5-yard line. So the 2-point conversion attempt fails. And the score remains 6-0 Ayersville, as the Aces will get ready to get the ball back. And I believe that, again, junior high, they'll put the ball at the 35-yard line, and that's where the Aces will begin their offensive series. So it took a while to put some points on the board. And again, through the first half, the Pilots really were never really threatening to score, but I guess if you've got somebody that can run like that and power their way down the field, you don't really have to worry about getting into the red zone. Again, a terrific run. Caleb Stetcher. Puts the Pilots ahead 6-0. So the Aces out onto the field. They're trailing by 6 with 6 minutes and 46 seconds to play here in quarter number 3. Aces in their home reds. Pilots wearing the powder blue. Turnbull puts a man in motion. Hands it off. And nothing doing there. That was Level that got the handoff. Colin Level, number 12. And he'll be dropped for about a 5-yard loss. Play comes in from the sidelines for the Aces. It's Carson Kreitz running it in from the sideline. Number 8. He'll go out wide on the far side. And that'll be a false start. Oh, timeout, okay. I guess the coach's staff could maybe sense the confusion down there on the offensive line, because I thought for sure that was going to be a false start when one of the Aces players took like a step forward and nobody else moved. So, but they got the timeout in before then. So timeout on the field with 5 minutes and 49 seconds to go in quarter number 3. Come out of the timeout, it'll be Aces ball, 2nd and 15 on their own 30-yard line. This Friday, of course, will be the final week for non-conference action for the varsity level of the GMC in football. Week number 4, the Aces will be on the road to kick off the GMC campaign down at Wayne Trace High School. take on the Raiders. Back in action, here we go. Turnbull hangs on to it himself. Turnbull looking to make some forward progress. Trying to get around the corner. They're going to run him out. He misses. They miss him. Breaks one tackle. He'll pick up about 4, and that'll bring up 3rd and 11 as Turnbull couldn't quite make it back to the 35-yard line. I think it sounded like somebody took a tumble on the bleachers down below us, but I don't see, it must have been okay. Incidental contact. Clock continues to roll down to 5 minutes to go here in quarter number 3. 3rd and 11 for the Aces. Turnbull. Quick handoff. That's Zedike. Nothing doing. Zedike maybe picks up a couple. That'll make it 4th and 9. As he'll get out to about the 37-yard line. Make it 4th and 8. No, 4th and 9. All right, now 4th and 8. Put the football here, you put the football back. Aces looking to punt here. And that's going to be just all kinds of wrong. Ball starts, so they'll move them back 5. It's a good thing probably though, because that was a recipe for disaster there. A bad snap that went way over Turnbull's head. And who knows how far back he would have gone to fall on it. Or even worse, have a pilot, well, it wouldn't have mattered. It was 4th down, so either way, wherever that ball stopped was going to be where the pilot started, 1st and 10. So we'll try it one more time. Another punt attempt coming up here for the Aces. Turnbull dropping back to do the punting. Another really high one. Turnbull's going to try to get out of there, make something happen. He falls down, the ball falls loose. They're going to pick it up and into the end zone. That was Caden Boer, number 68. And I'm waiting to see if they're going to say that was a fumble recovery and a run into the end zone. And they do. I wasn't sure if they were going to possibly rule Turnbull down and then the ball popped loose. They're saying, nope, there was a fumble into the end zone for the Pirates and a defensive touchdown for Caden Boer. 12-0. And the Pilots going to line up for another conversion attempt. 2-point conversion here would make it 14-0. Owen Lloyd. And another flag. Okay, so they repositioned the ball. So evidently it was more of a stoppage of play flag than it was. So here we go. Lloyd laterals it out, caught, battling his way towards the end zone, diving forward. I don't know if he made it or not. He did. That was number 44, Eli Berner, with the catch. And Berner manages to break the plane to give the Pilots now a 14-0 lead with 3 minutes and 29 seconds to go in quarter number 3. And wow, Third quarter has been all Ayersville, as between a huge run play and then a fumble, a recovery into the end zone, they managed to put 14 on the board. Successful two-point conversion. So yeah, Stetcher gets 6, and again Boer gets 6, and 2 points for Berner. Not a bad outing. So back to the 35-yard line for Hicksville. They can see if they can get their offense in sync. They were moving the ball really well in the first half. You get that rhythm back for half number 2 here, before this game gets a little too far out of hand for the Hicksville squad. Pilots are having a great time. Their fans are over there rooting their team on, as they've done a great job this third quarter. So Turnbull working out of the shotgun. Gets the snap. Hangs on to it himself. Turnbull past the line of scrimmage. Turnbull, stiff arm. Turnbull, first down yardage. Reverses field. Turnbull still on his feet. Turnbull finally gets popped. It was number 68 that got him to the ground, Caden Boer. Not sure who got him around the ankle. But a great run. And they're going to take him off for a little bit. I don't know if he has to go out for a play. There is a flag on the field at the Hicksville 49-yard line. There's 3 minutes and 10 seconds to go here in the quarter. The officials are talking things over with the Aces coaching staff as they brought Garrett Turnbull off the sideline. They do have the ball with a 1st and 10. And it is at about the Aces 42-yard line. See what happens here, though. So they're going to march it back. That'll be a 15-yarder.
Wow.
So it'll still be first down. And Turnbull's not coming back into the game yet. So J.J. Avalos is going to be out there as QB. Clock running. About 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Avalos gets the snap, pitches it back. That's Zedike. Zedike looking to make something happen. And Zedike's going to get run down for another loss way back at about the 40-yard line. So that'll make it 2nd and 27 for the Aces. And here comes Turnbull back into the game. I apologize because I did not see the indication as to what that 15-yard penalty was. I don't know if it was an unsportsmanlike that occurred at the end of the play or if it was...
The Turnbull being out, it had to have been, wouldn't it?
And the Aces call a timeout. So a minute 57 to go. In our third quarter. And timeout on the field for the Aces. That'll be their first timeout of the second half. As the shadows begin to lengthen a little bit across the playing surface. So the Aces we do know Turnbull's got a good arm on him. He can put the ball in the air, and he's got a couple receivers that can catch. So those will be options for the Aces. A minute 57 to go again. Turnbull gets the snap, drops back, looks downfield. Turnbull throws as he's hit. That'll be incomplete. It was Carson Lee, number 77, that got him for the Pilots. Third down now for the Aces after the incomplete pass. And off to Zedike. Zedike's going to get dropped. Oh, man. And that's number 77 again. Carson Lee. And that's going to bring up 4th and a half a mile. Ball back at the 35-yard line. And the Aces need to get it. It's the Aces' 35-yard line. Let's see, they got 10, 20, 30, 33 yards to go to move the chains. So time for another punt, and let's hope this one goes better than the last Aces punting attempt. High snap, and a short high kick. It's going to take a Pilot's bounce. Aces will down it at their own 47-yard line. And that's where the Pilots will take over, 1st and 10. Another timeout. So another timeout on the field with 46 seconds to go here in quarter number 3. starting to get a little low in the horizon, starting to get some shadows on the field. They have not turned the lights on, so if you see some dark splotches occasionally in some parts on our video, that's the reason why. Pilots break huddle first. They come back out onto the field. They're up 14-0 with 46 seconds to go in the third quarter. With a 1st and 10 on the Aces 47-yard line. And in motion for the Pilots. Lloyd is going to keep it himself. Lloyd tucks it down and scoots forward, and he'll pick up about 6 or 7 yards. And stopped by Castillo. Aiden putting the stop on him, and it'll be 2nd and about 4. See if they can get one more play off before the third quarter ends. Lloyd looking things over. They do get the snap off with 4 seconds. Quick pitch out. And drop for about a 2-yard loss. Ball was carried by number 12, Caleb Stetcher. And that'll be the end of the third quarter. So we played 3. And at the end of the third quarter here at Aces Field, it's the visiting Ayersville Pilots leading the Hicksville Aces 14-0, the score. We'll switch ends of the field, and when we get started, it'll be a 3rd down and about 6 for the Pilots from the Aces 43-yard line, I believe. Well, as we got some time here between quarters, we want to say a big thank you to our football broadcast underwriters, the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio. Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, and online at jimschmidtauto.com. Hey, remember, if you are in the market for a vehicle, whether you're looking for one that is brand new or pre-owned, be it a car, truck, van, or SUV, you owe it to yourself to stop by. Check out the great selection they have at Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick and at Jim Schmidt Ford, or you can check out the complete dealer inventory online anytime at jimschmidtauto.com. Don't see what you're looking for? Let the folks at Jim Schmidt know what you're interested in. They always do their best to find you the vehicle that you want and that will best serve you and your family's transportation needs. It's all about service before, during, and after the sale at the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio. Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, and online at jimschmidtauto.com. We're so proud to have them as our football broadcast underwriters once more for the 2021 football season. All right, 3rd and about 6 from the 43-yard line, it looks to be, 43-yard line for the Pilots. 8 minutes to go in this one. Ayersville on top by 2 scores, 14-0. There we go.
Honestly, didn't even notice, did we?
I did. I was just going to see if they were going to.
Sure.
I was just going to see if they were going to give themselves the long end of the field and start playing. I was curious.
Yeah.
I was curious.
Audience, don't believe him.
Pilots back out onto the field. Owen Lloyd under center. Puts a man in motion. That's Stetcher. Handoff though to number 24. And he's off to the races. No one's going to get him. Touchdown Ayersville. Garrett McConnell carrying it in from about 42 yards out. to make it 20-0. Or did they stop him before he got there? Oh, they're saying they did? I thought he made it in. Nope. I apologize. Garrett does not get all the way in. McConnell gets stopped a little short. Where it'll be first and goal for the Pilots. So they don't repaint the lines for the junior high games. So sometimes you can misinterpret the lines. So what I thought was the goal line evidently was the 5-yard line. So down to about looks like about the 2 or 3 yard line. First and goal for the Pilots. So I apologize, Pilot fans, for getting you all excited. Quick carry, and that is a touchdown. There we go. And that's another one for Khaled Stetcher. He gets in the end zone, and now it is 20-0. With 7 minutes and 50 seconds to go here in the game. So far, on both of their conversion attempts, the Pilots have gone for 2. So, no conversion attempt. No, now they got it 22. So that must have been a touchdown.
Yeah.
So the touchdown. Oh, man.
The touchdown +2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Scoreboard operator making me look bad. So anyway, it was Stetcher getting the 2-point conversion, and it was McConnell getting the touchdown. I'll make sure I get that straight. They were just slow putting the points up on the scoreboard. But in the end, it all evens out. You give everybody credit for the points they've scored. Aces down by 22. They've got the ball back first and 10 at their own 35-yard line. Zedike gets the snap this time. Zedike keeps the ball himself. Zedike working his way through traffic. He's finally tackled by Lloyd for the Pilots. And Zedike getting up a little gimpy as he makes it out to about the 41, 42-yard line. And they want Zedike off the field. He's not happy about it, but he was limping pretty bad when he got up after that tackle. So they've got their personnel shifted around. And they're going to need to hurry up and get this play off. Under 7 minutes to go. And they're going to have to burn another timeout. That might be the last timeout they have, too. As confusion, they wanted young Mr. Zedike to come off the field after that play. He got up and he was limping pretty bad. And looked like he had some pain in his upper leg. He didn't want to come off. So they finally got him off and got some people in, and by then they were worried the play clock was running down. So another timeout. Aces will be back on the field shortly. They've got a second and about 5. Yeah, second and 4 maybe. Down 22-0 here in this junior high football game. as the second half, it was scoreless at halftime. The second half has been all Pilots as they 2 touchdowns in the third quarter and 1 more for insurance added here in quarter number 4. Avalos gets the snap. He holds on to it himself straight up the pipe, and that'll be enough for a first down. JJ gets him across the 45 to about the 46, and that'll be 1st and 10 for the Aces. Zedike coming back in for the Aces. Looks like Turnbull might be done for the day. I think he was down on the sidelines. I don't know if he'd been hurt or just was cramped up. Had Doc Haggerty looking at him. And he's got his pads off, watching the rest of this one. JJ Avalos now in as the quarterback for the Aces. Hand off to Zedike. Zedike sheds 1 tackle. Zedike finds a seam. Spin move. Zedike still on his feet. Another spin move. He loses the football, but I think he falls on it. And flags go flying everywhere. Zedike had the ball pop out, but I think he fell on it. And he takes it down near the first down marker. And flags flying at the end of the play.
Let them play!
And it's going to be against the Aces. So first down yardage, but that's going to get erased. So it'll be from the spot of the foul. And it's going to be another 15-yarder. So the 15-yard personal foul backs the Aces way back. And it'll be 1st and 10 now from back at the Aces 40, back to the 42, 43-yard line. Avalos with the snap. He'll hang on to it himself. Nice seam. And that's to be a face mask, maybe. Looks like it.
Really? It's not?
Avalos gets out to midfield. He gets brought down there. No flag, so it wasn't. The referees are saying, nope, had him by the collar. Okay, whatever.
Take them glasses off so you can see better!
Wow. Vitriol from the stands.
Unbelievable! Hey, you missed that one!
So the ball, the nose of the football right now on the 50-yard line. As it's 2nd and about 3 now for the Aces. And it'll be about 5 minutes to go in the game when we get this one snapped. JJ Avalos gets the snap. Avalos working his way through traffic. Spin move, the ball pops loose. And it's going to be fallen on by the Pilots. Number 7 makes the recovery. Find him on my roster here. Brady Zartman falls on it for the Pilots. Zartman gets the ball back for Ayersville with 4:50 to go. Up 22-0. Pilots will switch personnel on the offense and defense. So they might be putting some of the younger players in. A little more on the 7th grade side of things. And it looks like new quarterback might be number... And a timeout by the Pilots. Okay. I think Zartman is going to be their new quarterback, number 7, when all is said and done. Well, we'll wait and see. As this game was moving right along at a pretty good clip and pretty cleanly played, and everything making pretty good sense. It's getting a little ragged around the edges here. But the officials doing a good job. They've got the game in control. 4:50 to go. Again, the Pilots leading in this junior high game, 22-0 here at Aces Field. They've had their first time out of the second half. I think the Aces have shot through all 3 of theirs. So we'll get back into action. And again, it looks like it's going to be number 7, Brady Zartman, QBing from here on out. Zartman looks like he's going to work under center. Puts a man in motion. Zartman, handoff up the middle. That's to number 28. That's Jeremiah Peaks. Peaks dives forward, maybe picks up a couple. Clock continues to roll. The clock is on the Pilots' side. They have no reason to really want to stop it. They'll let it roll. Every second that ticks off is one less second the Aces have to work with to maybe try to get back into this game. Zartman drops back into the shotgun. Again, this time the handoff is to number 24. And he'll get out to about the 45-yard line of the Aces. Garrett McConnell with the carry to make it 3rd and about 1. And that's a false start. Not much doubt about that one. That'll back them up 5. So their 3rd and 1 will become 3rd and 6. So that'll take them back to just about the midfield stripe. Yep, right. Nose of the football right on the 50-yard line. So 3rd and 6 now for the Pilots. 3:12 to go in this game. Ayersville leads 22-0. Brady Zartman under center. Zartman pitches it back. That'll be first down yardage and more. He cuts through to the sideline, cuts back upfield, and they're going to bang him out of bounds. Down around the, well, that's inside the 10-yard line. That was Peak, Jeremiah Peak with the carry. And too far away on the far side for my eyes for me to pick up the 2 Aces that popped him out of bounds. But that'll be a first down for the Pilots. As a matter of fact, 1st and goal, as they'll put the ball down at about the 9-yard line. With 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go, clock still running. Zartman again puts a man in motion. Going to hang on to it himself and go straight ahead. Now they're going to stand him up at about the 5-yard line and push him back. Zartman makes it 2nd and goal from just about the 5-yard line. Minute 40 to go as the clock continues to roll. Zartman hangs on to it himself a second time. And again, he's going to be brought down short of the goal line. Make it 3rd and goal. Zartman will get it inside the 5, down to, it looks like, about the 2-yard line. And we're about to go under a minute here. So 3rd and goal. Quick handoff. And into the end zone. And that will be number 24, Garrett McConnell. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. That'll make it 28-0. And the 2-point conversion pending. Zartman hands it off. That time I think it was 28. Jeremiah Peak in for the 2-point conversion. So now it'll be 30-0 Pilots with 45 seconds to go. And the Aces will get the ball back 1st and 10 on their own 35-yard line when play resumes. We'll have probably a fairly quick post-game show here and the live stream, wrap things up. So again, just being informed by the head official that when we resume play, it will be a running clock, which means that it doesn't stop for, the clock won't stop for just about anything. If Aces want to get back to a regularly operated clock, they'll have to score. And again, the options you have to stop the clock are very limited, especially as I believe the Aces have used all 3 of their timeouts, so they can't call timeout to stop the clock. But it won't stop for an incomplete pass. So here we go. 45 seconds left in this one. Aces down 30-0. Again, J.J. Avalos in as their quarterback. He'll work out of the shotgun. There's the snap. Handoff to Zedike. Zedike working his way through traffic. He'll pick up about 7. They'll bring him down. It'll be 2nd and about 3. And Aces in no hurry. There we go. And the clock will not stop. 8, 7. They're going to get, this will be the last play of the game. Zedike. And he'll get taken out of bounds. And that'll be it. Game is over. So the Aces play a really good first half of football. They get inside the 5-yard line a couple times. They threaten, but they're not able to score. And after halftime, the Ayersville Pilots come back out, and they just take control of the game. And your final score here at Aces Field in this junior high contest, it's the Ayersville Pilots 30 and the Hicksville Aces 0. We want to say a big thank you once again to the Hicksville Athletic Department, the Junior High Athletic Department, and Junior High AD Robin Chamberlain. We appreciate their help very much. Thanks also to the gentleman that gave us the roster for Ayersville. We really appreciate that. Thanks to the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio. Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, and online at jimschmidtauto.com for underwriting our junior high football coverage this afternoon. And thanks to all of you for joining us, whether it's on the live stream right now or if you're watching this later on the video on demand or on the rebroadcast on Mediacom Channel 12. Whatever the situation, we appreciate you joining us for junior high football this afternoon. So with that,
Excuse me.
we're going to wrap it up.
Pilot fan.
We're going to wrap it up for you one more time. The final score, it's the Ayersville Pilots beating the Aces in this junior high football game, 30-0, the final score. And for Brian Williams operating the iPad Pro camera, I'm Bill Murphy for Hicksville Community Television, wishing you a good afternoon and good sports.